I am talking to Dr. Adriana Barraza today from Mexico City, and I am so excited and I'm so looking forward to this conversation because we are going to discuss and talk about something that so many of you struggle with, and that is pain. And it's the number one reason that people come to Eden Method, because you are in pain. And many times you have already heard the doctors tell you, I can't do anything for you. We don't know what is wrong with you. The tests show nothing, but you're still in pain. And so we look at pain very differently in Eden Method and Eden Energy Medicine. We're going to go into that. At the end of this beautiful session with you, we might go a half hour, 40 minutes. At the end, I'll tell you about a class that Dr. Adriana is teaching for us. But for now, we're going to share with you, give you a technique. I think she will. Dr. Adriana, are you there?
Hello there. How are you? Yes, I'm here, and I'm so happy to be here with all of you sharing this amazing world of energy medicine. I'm really excited. I am live from Mexico City. As I am looking out in my window, I see the whole of Mexico City, which is really a lot. So I'm very excited to be here with you and talk about this subject, which actually fascinates me. It's why I became a doctor, but it really is a fascinating subject.
Adriana, my phone is going off. I was trying to watch you while you were talking, and my phone went off, even though I have it on complete silence, shut down, it still went off. So sorry about that. My mom does this too. My mom is Donna Eden. For those of you who don't know, my mom can ring through my phone when it is powered off, and it's not even on. She can ring through. So sorry about that. Keep going, please, for our folks who are coming in.
Oh, so we are going to talk about pain, which actually, to be honest with you, and I don't mean to belittle anyone who is in pain, but I find it to be very fascinating because it, done through the eyes of Eden Energy Medicine, it is a journey. It can be a journey even into your soul, into your emotions, into what is really going on behind that pain. Because as we know, pain is an alarm. Not many doctors see it that way, and not many of us see it that way, because the only thing we want is to get rid of the pain as fast as possible, right? Please give me anything that'll get rid of the pain as fast as possible. But in energy medicine, we do try to get rid of the pain as fast as possible, but we do track it, and we do go into it a little bit more to give you what really your body is trying to tell you at that point. So I find that very, very fascinating. And I don't think a lot of folks see pain that way, because it can be a real entry into your soul, into you. So it's just great. I really, I think if you let it be, it can be the best journey of your life, to be honest. And the pain will go down, because it really does go down with energy medicine.
Thank you. Thank you for saying all of that. While you were talking, I again tried to see you on Facebook in my phone, but you're chatting away in my ear, even though it says the sound is off. So I'm putting my phone away. And so I just have to trust that people are here and watching us. And if you are here, tell us. Because Dr. Adriana and I will be looking at these comments, and we really want to know, what kind of pain are you in? What are you feeling? Is it in your neck? Is it in your lower back? Is it in your ankles? In Eden Method and Eden Energy Medicine, we work with the whole body, all of it. And the titles of the illness, whether it's Hashimoto's or fibromyalgia or broken ankle or painful tooth, we don't pay as much attention to the titles as we do your source. Where is it coming from in your body? What is it combining with? Is it combining with your lifestyle, your emotions, your stress, your relationships? Is it being exacerbated by something in your body? And we look deep within the energy systems in the body. So, Dr. Adriana, you were trained in the medical world and you are a doctor of chiropractic health. And I would love to know what interested you in coming to Eden Method, in seeking out this very natural, hands-on, incredible modality, if I may say so myself. But sometimes people in the medical world don't make the leap. What made you make the leap?
Well, I have to say, before I answer that question, I have to say something very important about your comments, which I think is incredibly important that people understand this, because we're always getting questions about, I have sciatica, how can you help? I have a headache, how can you help? And in this method, what we do is that we track the whole, there's 9 energy systems. So we track the whole 9 systems to know what is going on with you. So what we're about to give you guys is all of the techniques that work the best for everybody, but we always do it so individually, and we always take care of the individual as a whole. It's not, in allopathic medicine is, I have a headache, take this medicine. I have a fracture, well, take this medicine. I have osteoporosis, take this medicine. But here is so different, because even from the daily energy routine, which I hope all of you are doing, there are so many videos up in YouTube about the daily energy medicine. You have no idea how many people I see every single day, okay, every single day, that they are not crossing over, right? So the cross crawl really, you have no idea how much it helps with the pain. I have colleagues which I esteem so much, okay? They are one the best chiropractors in Mexico. I have the honor of knowing them, and they get their patients out in, sometimes like 30 sessions, sometimes 60 sessions. And not all of them, of course, but there are so many people that are helped so fast. Just this morning, I was hearing this person saying, you know what? I came in with a shoulder pain and you told me it was something about my liver and you gave me some points. And in 2 appointments, I was done. I had no more shoulder pain. Okay. So please, I want you to shift gears a little bit when we're talking about energy medicine, because it is such a different approach. It is the whole you. This person was, that we talked about the liver. This person had not forgiven herself for something she had done a long time ago, and it was popping up in the liver, and the liver has to do with tendons, and it had to do, in her case, with her shoulders. So you see how different it is from what we're used to. And I came to this because I had been practicing for, let me see how long, for like 7 years, I think it was. And my daughter, she was diagnosed with epilepsy. And I knew that everything I knew as a chiropractor was not going to help me with helping her with epilepsy. So I'm a fire wood, and if you have any wood in you, you know that you're about solving problems, right? You're always finding a creative way to solve any obstacle that jumps into your life. So I thought, okay, all right, we got this. Let's try and fix it, because in the allopathic world, if you have epilepsy, well, you are doomed to, just have medications the whole, your whole life, and you're going to be an epileptic your whole life. And I thought, no, I don't accept that. So I went into Amazon to try and find something that could help me. And then I saw, this is a funny story. I saw this review that I thought, oh, this is the thing for me. This is the book. I bought Donna's book, the very first one, and I read it in 2 weeks. I mean, I know that's a little bit extreme, but I read it in 2 weeks, and I hopped on the next plane over, and I had the amazing serendipity of having a doctor also as my small group leader. He was one of the big part of energy medicine. He contributed so much. He is no longer here on this plane, but he did so much for us. And he helped me learn energy medicine in 6 months. What people take, 4 years to learn, I learned in 6 months. And in 3 years, I took my daughter out of epilepsy. And if I, with all I know now, it'd be about 6 months, 1 year that I would take her out. But that's why I've always been so curious, and I've always loved the principles of energy medicine, because it is based a lot in work that chiropractors did, a lot in, it is not traditional Chinese medicine, it's actually classical Chinese medicine. And Donna Eden has, put all of this together in an amazing techniques. I remember the first time I saw her, I just thought, okay, this is it. I mean, I am in, because right away, it is so practical. And that's what we're going to try and do here for you, to put all the techniques in pain that are so practical for you to do. Now, of course, everybody could benefit from a session with a practitioner. We have an amazing directory of people that can track every single thing for you. But I just think it's fascinating that we can do that, and people can not only get rid of the pain, but can get rid of so much more than the pain.
Thank you. Thank you for saying all of that. I love the story about your daughter. And it's amazing when you come into this work and you start to shift your own energies, to see how your life changes, because maybe you come in for a very specific pain or ailment like epilepsy. It's incredible that can go away by shifting your energies and not doing the heavy medication with all of the side effects, or not doing a surgery. But also, when you take that specific pain away, you see how much more you come alive in your own body. Other things stop hurting and stop being tight and stop limiting you. And my mom always says she went to really work on her multiple sclerosis and was tracking the energies in her body with her hands. But as she was healing her multiple sclerosis, her very severe allergies went away, her asthma went away. It really is back to that word holistic. And so thank you for saying all of that. I want to clarify a couple of terms for people who may be new here. So Dr. Adriana said the cross crawl. That is a very easy technique that we do to get the energies crossing in the body. And you'll hear us say that. You'll hear us say the energies need to cross. So you have all of these energy lines in your body, and you don't want them running up and down. You want them crossing. And you can train your energies to cross by doing simple techniques. Dr. Adriana, another one you mentioned is the daily energy routine. And I'm so glad you did, because people who do the daily energy routine every day, and I'm talking like 2-3 minutes is what this takes once you get going. People who do it every day tell us, oh my gosh, since I've started doing the daily energy routine, I don't get the flu. I don't have any more aches and pains. I'm jogging 4 miles. I'm playing a full game of tennis. I can get down on the floor with my grandkids and nothing hurts, and I'm bouncing up. So that routine is our signature routine. We'll talk about it a little bit in the class that Dr. Adriana is teaching. And then, Adriana, you said you're a firewood. And maybe some people were thinking, what is a firewood? So that is one of the energy systems we teach as well. That is called the 5 elements. And as it says, there's 5 of them: water, wood, fire, earth, and metal. And in Eden Energy Medicine, we often talk about how somebody is a water or a wood or a fire. So that's what Dr. Adriana meant. And Adriana,
thank you for translating.
Oh my gosh, you're welcome. As I stumble over my own words this morning, it's funny, I was doing all these techniques last night for sleep apnea, And I really go at it. I'm a wood, so I'm very fierce. And I get in there and I was massaging all night. And I woke up and I thought, oh, I went a little too far last night. I think I was like watching TV for an hour and a half doing this really deep. And today my words are stumbling out. So
You're doing great.
we will correct each other as we go along.
Yes.
Adriana, I have some questions. We may get to them, we may not. I think what's most important right now is for the people who are here and maybe they're on their lunch break, maybe you're in North America. I'm looking up at my clock. It's 12:15 on the West Coast and they're hoping to learn a quick technique whether they come to our class or not for pain. Can you share something with us?
Yes. And I just want to say something to what you said, Dondi, also. And that is, why would you want to do this, right? And I see this all the time. And if you work on your energy field, the energy field is the one that impacts your physicality. The other way around, yes, but it is so much faster. And that's why I was saying my friends, which are amazing chiropractors, they really are, and I love them. But when you just work on the physical, it's so much slower. If you work on your field all the time, it is so much faster. And I have not yet met a person that would tell me that it didn't work for them. Everybody loves the daily energy routine. Everybody loves Donna Eden. They're all hooked up in the routine. They're hooked up in their, whatever exercises I give them, because they think like, oh my gosh, my stomach was hurting on Monday. I had been to 4 doctors, and all of a sudden in 3 days it was gone. What is this magic, right? So working with energy is going to help anything you have, and any treatment also. It doesn't have to be only energy medicine or only allopathic. You can do both. Okay, so I just wanted to say that, because working with energy is just amazing. And you can talk to anybody that works with energy and they'll tell you the same thing. But I wanted to show you this exercise. And this exercise I see a lot in people that have muscle spasms, right? So my neck is always hurting. I have a horrible sciatica, and their glute it will just be spasm. It will not relax. So why is this? Well, one of the reasons, this is one because there's many, but one of the most common reasons this is happening is because you are in sympathetic. When you're in sympathetic, it means that you feel that you are in alert, you're in danger. You have to be, like contracted, right? Because what happens if a bear is chasing you? Well, you better contract those muscles and run fast, because otherwise it will catch you. So that is sympathetic mode, and that is very useful when we have to use it. But if we don't, if no bear is chasing us anymore, but the system is still on alert, you will not release any muscle contraction you have. So I'm going to do an exercise, and Dondi does it quite a bit on Instagram, on the Donna Eden. She just did a great dance on this with the Vegas and stuff. But, sometimes, you can use these techniques for so many things. Okay. So she was saying relax, but she wasn't saying muscle contraction. Well, she's not a chiropractor. I am, but still it will help you for so many things, because Dondi was putting it in a different light, but it can be used for so many things. Okay. So I use this all the time, and I give this to my patients all the time, because I tell them, if you don't do this, no amount of adjusting. I mean, I'll keep adjusting you 20 times and you'll still have a muscle contraction. So what you do is you just start here in the temples. Okay. So start in the temples and just breathe in, and just really I really love to say, I am safe. I'm protected. I live in Mexico City, and it's a very dangerous city. So saying that really does help me. So I'm safe, I'm protected. And then you kind of bring your hands up, kind of like up through behind the ears, kind of like if you were combing your ears, and then you come down to the neck. And the neck is very important, because that's where the vagus nerve is at. And that is, you can do so many things on the sides of the neck. You can even bring your your arms close, and you just breathe. And if you square breathe here, it'll help you even more. So square breathing is you breathe in, counting 4, hold your breath, counting 4, release the breath, counting 4, and hold out the breath, counting 4. And then you can bring it to the heart, because the vagus and the heart have a very intimate relationship. And vagus is a lot of the times responsible for high blood pressure, arrhythmias, you not being able to sleep, insomnia. And the heart has a lot to do with insomnia. And with insomniacs, what happens, right? So this technique could also, I could have said just as easily, it can be for insomnia, because when you are alert all the time, every little noise will wake you up, because when you're an alert, you really have to be, every noise should wake you up because you may be in danger. But if you're not, you can do this technique for insomnia as well. So this technique could be used for muscle spasm, for insomnia. And why would it be with pain? Well, because if your muscle is spasmed and you are not going into parasympathetic, you're not activating that vagus, you will be in a lot more pain if you cannot go into parasympathetic. Now, after this, I love to do any kind of stretching. So if it's neck, I love to do, neck stretches. So if your neck is hurting, you do, after the vagus, you do neck stretching. You can do, there's lots of stretches online. If you say, okay, my glute is hurting, you can go online and just do a stretch. And now the stretch will hold and will help you with your pain.
Thank you. So we call that the triple warmer smoothie. And Dr. Adriana, it really does help the vagus nerve. And it also calms the triple warmer energy system, which is one of the energy systems we work with. Thank you for doing that. So oftentimes when people are new and they do a technique, the questions start coming up. How long will it take for me to heal my pain? And what if this technique, I kind of don't feel anything at first? What about that? Should I just keep doing it, or should I choose another technique? Can you talk to some of these questions? I know you get them too.
Yeah, we get them all the time. And my patients ask me all the time, how long will it take? And I always have kind of like the same answer. And it really depends on how well you are taking care of your health. Because in health, I really do believe this, there's no shortcuts. You have to look at your nutrition. You have to look at your sleep. You have to look at your hydration. You have to look at, are you exercising? Are you not? You have to look at, am I overweight? Am I not? So all of it, is your immune system tracking correctly? If is your immune system in that equilibrium, right? Where it can tolerate, but it can also defend. So all of these are very important to answer those questions, because there's not one individual question. Now, after having said that, I can tell you, it's just like saying, you know what, I want a 6-pack in my abdomen. Well, yes, you can have it, but if you have a big tummy, it's going to take a little bit more time than if you have a, semi-flat tummy, and if you are eating correctly. So it really depends, but these exercises build upon each other. And like Dondi said, a very important word, training. We are training your energy systems to be, start being very resilient, to start having order. Remember that when we're in pain, there is some disorder going on in your body. And what I love about these techniques is that you help by training, right? So you're training your body to achieve a certain amount of order in your body. And sometimes it's really fast. I mean, I know a lot of people, a lot of my patients will tell me, oh, I did the daily energy routine and all of a sudden I lost 10 pounds. And I'm thinking, what? That doesn't happen to me. How come you did? It's just, well, they were, their system was very orderly. They needed that. And then they did something, they did a change, very small change, 5 minutes, and it really helped them. So I hear people all the time telling me my brain fog went away, my pain went away. And it's usually the ones that start and have kind of like a consistency to their exercises. If you do it once, it's just like if I did an abdominal one time, is that going to get me my six pack? No, probably not. So, but, it might help. If I wanted a six pack, I might have to do 40 minutes of, 40 minutes is too much. 5 minutes of abdominals every day and have a super strict diet. But it would be different if I wanted just a flat tummy. Well, I might have to do less, and I could get away with eating some stuff that I'm not eating. So what I can tell you is it really, really pays off to do the routine. All of the people are always telling me, how come you have so much energy? And I think it is because I do all these exercises, and I do 5 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes after I exercise, 10 minutes at night. I really do it consistently, and it really does show. It will show in your body. It will show. If you look at all the women that do energy medicine, you'll hardly, yes, we're all aging, but they're aging so incredibly gracefully. They are vibrant, almost all of them. If you know all of them are vibrant. And that's because we have committed. I have committed to this for over 22 years. And when I had a really, really harsh period in my life, Donna knows about it, I think it's the thing that saved me. I really can tell you that is the thing that saved me, doing my daily energy routine every single day. So do it every day. It's 5 minutes and it will change your life.
That's awesome. I cannot tell you how many times I hear this. I would not have made it through this experience if I didn't have eaten energy medicine, or if I didn't have the daily energy routine, whether it was a divorce or a death of a loved one or losing a job. And you not only make it through, you bounce back with resiliency, and you retain your joy, you retain your peace of mind. It's so fantastic. So we are going to put the daily energy routine into the comments so you can all find it. We'll put the official link in, but stay with us right now. Click on it when we're done. Stay with us right now, because I want to hear from Dr. Adriana a little bit about what she'll be teaching in this class coming up. And then you all can decide if it's for you. We're going to have 4 incredible teachers. We always have a money back guarantee, so you can try it and you can take the weekend with us. It's going to be a weekend. And if you decide, I really didn't get what I needed, it didn't resonate with me, then we'll give you your money back, no questions asked. I kind of think about that like, when you go to Costco and they have all that free food and it's so delicious, and you go around and you eat the tortillas and you eat the vegetables, and then they have hot nuts all salted up. You eat them all, but you don't have to pay for them if you don't want them. It's seeing if that food is resonating with you and what you like. So Dr. Adriana, as I said, we have 4 teachers. You're one of the illustrious teachers on October 21st, 22nd. It's an online live class. This is not recorded, folks. You will get live teachers. So what are some of the things you will be addressing in that class?
Okay, so I will be addressing all of the lower back. So if you have sciatica, if you have a fracture, if you have any kind of spasm that is not going away, if you have any pain in the leg, in the glutes, and what to do about all of those, because those are very intricate energies associated with a lot of the meridians. And I'm going to show you what meridians are. Here, I have my meridian guy here. So you can see, I don't know if you can see them, but you can see the lines, right? They're meridians running through the leg. So we're going to teach you how to help this meridian lines running through the leg so that you know how to get rid of foot pain. Or if you have restless leg syndrome, we'll be addressing that. If you have any kind of low back pain, we'll be addressing that. I remember last time we taught this, one of the teachers was having a low back pain. And I said, oh, I'm doing that. Let me help you. Let me give you just some pointers. She's a very experienced teacher, but let me give you some pointers. And she said, in 3 days, she was so much better, right? So we'll be seeing all of the lower part of your body as it relates to musculoskeletal things. But it's not only musculoskeletal, because all these meridians, like the line here, we can see is liver, this is stomach, this is gallbladder. So all of that may have to do with your pain in your legs. And Janie, who is the other teacher, couldn't be here, but she's going to be addressing all of the organs in the abdomen. So what do you do if you have a pain right here? And what do you do if you have a pain right here? And what about the pain in your gut? What do I do if I have diarrhea and all of that? So we'll be covering, between the two of us, we'll be covering kind of this part of the body. We'll be covering diaphragm, which is so important for not only oxygenation, but how to get rid of low back pain and how to release the diaphragm. So we'll be covering all these techniques. I get excited because they are so important, really, to know how to do your kind of have like a know how to deal with pain. My kids, like Dondi, they grew up in this. And it's funny because they'll call me and they'll say, Mom, I have a pain in my low back. I've done the bladder points and I've done this and I've done that. So what else can I do? But they know already like the first aid. So this is kind of, you can think about it like a first aid kind of thing. What if a muscle spasms? What if I have a fracture? We're going to be sharing with you an amazing technique that really, you can heal a fracture in 4 to 6 weeks. It's usually the time it takes for a fracture to heal. With this technique, I've seen people heal in 2.5 weeks. So, having that in your toolkit, I think is awesome. So we'll be learning all of those things. And then, of course, there's what Margie is teaching and Liz. So it's going to be fun.
Really fun. And I can't wait to see that technique. I will be there in the class. My mom broke her toe. This was like 10 years ago. And again, my mom's Donna Eden, and so she had all the techniques at her disposal. And it was a bad break. She stepped into a hole. She was just walking along, didn't see it, and stepped into a hole. And she went to the emergency room and then went to several doctors, and they all told her how bad the break was. And she was going to be in a boot for 3 months, this giant boot. She had to teach around Europe, so we were going to get a wheelchair for her. And they said this break is going to take at least 6 months to really feel like you can walk again, because it was all broken through the top of the toe and the top of the foot. And 3 weeks. She never wore the boot. We got the wheelchair for her because we had to tour around Europe on this teaching tour she was on. I think she used it maybe once or twice just because it was fun and we were like, wee, in the wheelchair. But she really didn't need the boot, didn't need the wheelchair. She did her techniques. She goes at things like with a vengeance. And she worked on that foot every day. In 3 weeks, she was fine, like it had never happened. So I'm not saying that it is quick with everybody. Some people take longer, and that's okay too. But for most people, it's pretty amazing to come into Eden Energy Medicine and find out just how quick it is. And another question, Adriana, that we get is, but will it last? But what if I do this technique and I feel good for the weekend? Will it come back? Will my pain come back? And I am absolutely sure that your answer is very similar to the one you gave before. What's your lifestyle? You need to lose weight. Are you continuing to do the work? Because people who are in energy medicine do it every day. It's our lifestyle. We do it everywhere. Most of our family photos, mom is holding a point in them. It's so natural. She doesn't even think about it. She's doing the technique while we're taking a picture. because she's doing techniques all the time to stay healthy. So the 4 teachers who are coming in, we have Margie Fine and Liz Caruana and Janie Chandler and Dr. Adriana, and each one of them will take a different part of the body. As you heard, Dr. Adriana is taking the lower body. And Adriana, I was really interested in going online and seeing what the #1 health pain, health challenge, health worry, health stress, physical in the entire world is. And across the board, it's lower back.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
others come in, of course, headaches. A lot of people struggle with headaches, and I'm so sorry if you do, especially if they're migraines. We work with migraines, but lower back is the #1 across the world. And it's amazing. You know, I had herniated discs. I had 1 disc fully herniated and 2 that were massively bulging. And I healed them through energy medicine. And boy, that lower back pain is debilitating. People who don't have lower back pain don't think it's hard to sit on a toilet. If you can sit on a toilet at all, you have to have people help you get into bed, get into the car, if you can drive. So we feel for you. We hope you come to this class. We'd love for you to come to this class. Why not? Why not just come? It's a money back guarantee. And if you can't make it for the whole weekend, it will be recorded for you. So the weekend is live. You get the live teachers, and then you get the recording after if you can't be there for the whole thing. It is October 21st, 22nd. There's a discount going on right now. We're putting the link in the comments so you can see that discount. And we're going to have an incredible time on that weekend. Dr. Adriana, is there anything else you'd like to say about the class? Oh, another big question is, can I come alone? I live all alone. Yes, you can be alone. We'll show you techniques for self-healing. But anything else you can think of, Adriana, so these folks can sign up for the class and come join us?
I think what you said was really important. This is a way of life. It's just like when you want to lose weight, and you can go on a diet for a month and lose weight, but you know that it will come back if you had the same habits as before. So will it come back? Well, if you have bad habits, it might, but this is a lifestyle change. And when you try something that really helps you, it will always motivate you to come back. And that's why energy medicine is so potent, because people start doing it and they start feeling right away like, okay, there's something really different about this. And there's something that's shifting in me, and it's helping me in so many ways. So that's why we have classes in weight loss, and that's why we have classes in autoimmune, and that's why we have classes in trauma, because energy medicine helps with all of those. And I know you think, what? But really, it really does. And if you just have, really 5 minutes a day, what? How long is that? It's nothing. And the benefits you get from it are so incredible that people just get hooked on it, because it really is great. It's not, and it's a good, right? We talk about addictions, but it's a good addiction. This one is a good addiction, working on yourself and pampering yourself, because to me, the mystery of low back, after so many years, after 30 years of practice, it's easy for me. And people that do energy medicine really get better so much faster. Even if, like Donna, you had a herniated disc, you can get better so much faster. Otherwise, a herniated disc takes about 1.5 years to get better with normal techniques. With energy medicine, 6 months you can be on track, depending, of course, on how bad is the hernia and all of that. But really, you can really start seeing the shifts with only 5 minutes, and it really doesn't take any more than that.
That's true. For me, when I had, gosh, it was awful. It was just awful. I was one of those people who needed help to get onto the toilet. How embarrassing with your pants down. It's embarrassing. It was so incredibly painful. At first, my mom could not even hold my acupressure points because she couldn't touch my skin where she needed to. So she would hold very close to them. and little by little the pain started subsiding. When we really went at it, it took about 2 months for me to be able to live normally, drive, get on the toilet, lay in a bed, sit in a chair, walk normally, and for all pain to be completely gone, like I never had herniated discs, was about 4 months. And I did the work every day. And you know what? I'm not an angel. In the very beginning, it was so severe. I did reach for pills on my shelf. Well, I didn't have any pills because I don't have pills in the house. Someone had to go get ibuprofen for me. And then my mom was like, let's do some techniques because we can heal this. And for those of you who have heard over and over and over, you need surgery, you need surgery, you need surgery, try this. See if it helps you, because that's what I was told. You need surgery, you need surgery. I went to about 6 different people and I didn't, and it's gone. And I'm so happy, and I want you to feel that way too, whatever your pain is. So come to the class, try it out. We have a very easygoing class. You can keep your camera off, you can lay on the floor, you can do it from your bed. We don't make you show your face and be engaging with us, although we love to see your smiling face, and the teachers like that too. We have very chunky breaks, so it's not like this marathon from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. No, no, no. We have a very doable and gentle class where we have half-hour breaks. You have a lunch in your home. So it's a great time. Again, money back guarantee. So there's absolutely no risk at all. Come, see what you think. At the end of the weekend, if you're like, yeah, it wasn't for me, send us an email. You get your money back. We don't even ask questions. So, Adriana, I'm so excited to see you and the other 3 teachers on the weekend. We're covering upper body, head, neck, gut, lower body. We're going to go through the daily energy routine thoroughly, and we're so excited to see you all in class. Adriana, thank you so much for being with us today. Oh my gosh, I know you're between patients. You had a patient. Are you going into another patient?
Yes, I am going in now. And I just want to say that I love that you have the recordings for life, and you can view them as much as you want, whenever you want. And you know what, you didn't get the first time, you get the second. And when you didn't get the second, you get the third. I mean, there's so many teachers out there who charge, so much more, and you get the recordings for 3 months and that's it. And if you understood, that's great. And if you didn't, well, that's great. And here it's so different. So I really hope you join us, because pain, we will get pain at any point in our lives, and being able to manage it ourselves, like having a first aid toolkit, I think is the best thing in the whole world. It doesn't matter if you have to go to the doctor after, but you are managing that pain. I think it's an incredible toolkit for you to have in your life.
Absolutely. And you can still retain your doctor. But as Adriana said, you're more empowered now. You get to go see your doctor and be more engaging with what your doctor is saying. And you understand your own body. You're empowered to be there. So thank you so much, Adriana. I will see you in a couple weeks. I think it's just a couple weeks away, October 21st and 22nd. And thank you everybody for being with us today on Facebook Live. And we will see you again soon. We'll see you in the class.
We'll see you in the class. Bye-bye.